So, what do you guys want to talk about?
What up, YouTube? Excuse my voice here. I'm still battling that. Well, it's a bad cold. Thank goodness it wasn't COVID, but nonetheless, I'm still fighting with it. But anyway, in this video, I did a stitch upon a young lady's video on TikTok, answering her question of Darius Jackson being able to get full custody of, their child with KeKe Palmer. Now, I was raised that anything is possible and anything can happen. So with that being said, I said in response that basically it can't happen. It's not something that couldn't happen. It can happen. From things I've seen and cases I've heard and things I've been around, in this world, day and time, anything can happen. No matter what the situation, you always know anything can happen. No one can tell you that you can't do something, because you could probably do it. So with that being said, that's how I was raised. So that was my response to the video. So now, she came back with another response. So within this video, I will break down her response piece by piece, so that now you'll understand why I said what I said.
Vince that y'all be out here on Beyonce's internet and blew out these Wi-Fi and these TikTok streets just saying anything.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So I thought it was Michelle Internet and Barack's cell phone. But okay, proceed.
I would like to start off by saying that there is no judge in the entire nation that would award that man full custody.
Tell me you did not just say that.
Here we go again. How? In all 50 states, not one judge would grant this man full custody. Not one. In a world now where all these court cases that you've seen and heard, where you thought a person couldn't get custody, got custody, and then some, you would really say that no judge in that negative tone would give this man full custody. Interesting.
Let's start with the low-hanging fruit.
I hope this is what you mean by low-hanging fruit, because if you mean anything else than what's stated above, you might need to change your wording, try something else.
Let's start with the fact that KeKe Palmer's son is under 2 years old, and KeKe Palmer is breastfeeding. I'm not saying that he can't get joint custody. I'm saying that there is no judge that is going to award him full custody, especially while KeKe Palmer is breastfeeding. Please stop.
So let me get this right. She's still breastfeeding. And the moral to the story is what exactly? Because I didn't put a timestamp on when. Never said it. Wasn't a timestamp on it. I didn't say he walked into court in August. He was going to get custody in August. It could be between the 18-year lifespan of a non-adult that he could get custody of said child. Okay? You're trying to tell me something, but you're not really telling me anything. Okay, she's breastfeeding. Okay. And doesn't mean he got to do it now. Whenever he decides to do it, because we're talking about a situation that didn't even happen. It's been speculated upon and information given out by a third party, which means it's not even concrete proven information. But if he decided to, I'm pretty sure it would be after she done finished giving out the milk dud, okay? Plus, she's still doing shows, movies, performances, commercials. So when she's doing that, who's taking care of that child? I wonder. But in any event, he was taking care of the child, staying at home, being a dad, stay-at-home dad. So yeah, there's always a possibility. That means he can. Can means possibility of. Doesn't mean definitively, but it means it could happen. So do I still stand by why I say yes? Because it can happen. If you're not the judge, you're not in the court system, then you don't really know. You're just speculating like everybody else. So once again, It can happen. Doesn't mean that it will, but it's a possibility of.
Secondly, most family judges will not remove the child from the mother's custody unless there is an extreme reason, i.e. being on drugs, child abuse, etc., etc.
Newsflash, buddy.
You must be presiding over this case. I tell you, because in non-extreme circumstances, yeah, I could name 2 off the rip where a person, because I had first-hand knowledge, yes, has gained access, full custody to a child at a young age from their mom in non-extreme circumstances, okay? And then, furthermore than that, let's just go here, okay? Just to try to be quick about this and get this out the way. He don't need to have full custody. He don't have to have full custody at all. All he needs to have is either joint or custodial. That's all he needs. No more, no less. So please, stop it. Unless you're the judge, or you working in said court system, or you've been there. Because I've been there. I've been in there. Trust and believe. So when I speak, I'm speaking from actual knowledge of. Okay, so say what you want to say, but understand what I'm trying to tell you.
And let's get into the financial aspect of this all. KeKe Palmer is very financially stable, okay? And there is no life that the father can give that child that KeKe Palmer cannot.
Lady, are you working for KeKe Palmer or something? Are you her PR rep or something? What's going on here? Yo, you do watch court cases, don't you? Maybe you don't. But let me just enlighten you for a hot minute, okay? He can provide a life for that child. Okay, KeKe Palmer could provide a better one. Yes. Okay, we understand that. But you know what? Since she could provide a better one, but she's not there to provide the better one, what do you think would happen, or what do you think should happen? Let's think about it. Who has more time to give to that child? KeKe or Darius? So, there are cases, if you watch TV or you watch court TV or court cases in general, or you've been in the court system, you know that if he can't provide it, and she can, but she's busy doing what she's doing, she would pay him, if he won said court case, in any capacity of custody, to provide that life. I mean, what more is there to say? If she's not there to provide it, and someone there is, the courts a lot of times make the person who can afford it pay the person who you think might not be able to afford it to take care of the child, since that person has more time to dedicate to the child than the other person. So, what did you think you were saying there? I get what you were trying to say, but understand what I just said. And by the way, just because she could provide a better lifestyle for a child doesn't make her the better parent for that child. Let's be clear on that too. Just because you have more money means nothing. The father could be the better parent, hands down. So all that money she has, he could still be the better parent. After all, he is a father, you know.
Again, nobody said anything about joint custody.
And ma'am, neither did I. Proceed.
What we're saying is he will never get full custody.
Number one, never say never. We already learned this growing up. And number two, I already explained, you don't have to have full custody.
Because family court judges do not usually take children away from their mothers.
Ma'am, I think your feelings are getting involved here. I have first-hand knowledge that court judges have separated mothers from their child. What are you talking about? You gotta be easy. Calm down. I'm telling you from experience, this has happened. If you use the word unusually instead of usually, then you would feel me. You would feel everything I'm saying right now. It can happen. Can meaning possibility. Not definitively, but once again, a possibility. And with that being said, this is a one and done for me.
You're goddamn right.
There's no need for me to respond back at all. So do with this what you will, but understand what I said, because I broke it down for you in a little more detail. And that's pretty much it. All right?
I'm out, man.